Hello and welcome to this episode of Electronic Cafe celebrating 40 years ago. There's some amazing stuff coming out, and this one is no exception. The Colour of Spring, third studio album by Talk Talk, released in February, written by Mr. Mark Hollis and producer Tim Friese-Greene.
The Colour of Spring is richer than its two predecessors and quietly daring and totally elegant, still melodic and accessible, but it replaces glossy electronics with organic textures, restrained grooves and a growing sense of space and confidence.
I think the album's great because it combines elements of jazz and art, pop, and in an effort, it's almost that stepping stone to Hollis to embrace that more organic instrumentation stuff he did in things like Spirit of Eden. I mean, unlike other Talk Talk albums, the synthesizers are very rarely featured on this album, being replaced by guitar, piano and organ. The album absolutely went on to become Talk Talk's greatest commercial success, spawning the hit singles Life's What You Make It and Living in Another World, and reaching the top 20 in numerous countries, including the UK, where it reached number 8 and stayed in the UK charts for over 21 weeks, as it should.
Andy mentioned the brilliant singles Life's What You Make It and Living in Another World. But there are also 4 singles in total released off the album, and the other 2 were equally captivating, Give It Up and I Don't Believe in You, all of which lyrically signalled a move towards introspection and ambiguity, moving away from the straightforward pop narratives.
I think The Colour of Spring is commonly viewed as that bridge, say, between Talk Talk's synth-pop sound and their later, more improvisation-based works, which leads to things like Spirit of Eden, which, for me is one of the greatest albums ever.
I saw Talk Talk supporting Duran Duran at Hammersmith Odeon in 1981, before they'd even released their debut album The Party's Over, and you could tell even then that they had something special. However, 3 albums and 5 years later, they had developed and become this. And if you want to see Talk Talk brilliance in its full flow around this time, check out the Talk Talk live at Montreux 1986 footage. It is truly breathtaking.
Despite the use of synthesizers on the previous 2 albums, Hollis was vocal in his distaste for them, stating they were used primarily for economic reasons, and that if they didn't exist, he'd be delighted. During the recording of the album, Hollis frequently listened to the music of composers such as Eric Satie, Claude Debussy and Bela Bartok, with the latter being a particularly significant influence on this album. Like other Talk Talk albums, outside musicians were heavily utilised. Some might surprise you, actually. Guests contributing to the album included Robbie McIntosh adding guitar, Stevie Winwood, who played guitar on the hit, played organ on the hit Living in Another World, alongside Happiness Is Easy and I Don't Believe in You.
The Colour of Spring is widely regarded as one of the most important British albums of the 1980s, influencing artists far beyond the era, and rightly so.
But make no mistake, for me, this is not just one of the greatest albums of the last 40, or so celebrating 40 years, it's one of the greatest albums recorded in the 80s, and Talk Talk were by far one of my top 5 bands of this era. Absolutely amazing, classic album. It's one of those albums you hear a lot when you're listening to that music in gigs, waiting for the band to come on, and I know why, because it's bloody amazing stuff. If you haven't heard this, get a copy, listen to it, fall in love with it. Happy anniversary, Talk Talk and The Colour of Spring. What a masterpiece.
It's in some kind of disarray.